Hi, I'm Gary White for Central Kentucky Television. I'm at the Washington County Public Library, and we're here to talk about Paris Stone, and we have Elena Hamilton and Paris's father, Robert Stone, here. Paris is 13 years old, and he has cerebral palsy, correct?
That's right, and he has seizures.
And he has seizures. And there are several fundraisers going on currently because we're trying to raise money so that Paris can get a minivan that then they have a grant that can modify that minivan to make it easier for traveling around with Paris. Robert, tell us a little bit about Paris, if you will.
Like his age or?
Well, he has cerebral palsy, right? When did you find out about that? When he was a child?
When he was born.
Okay.
When he was born, he was born with one kidney, and they had to ship him to Louisville because they thought that the other one didn't form. And then when he went down to Louisville, that's when they found out that he had cerebral palsy.
Okay.
Was he born early?
No, he was born normal.
Full term.
Yeah, full term.
Now, Paris is not able to speak, correct? He's non-communicative in that way?
Right. He communicates with facial expressions and grunts and groans. You definitely know when he's happy or when he's sick or mad. He'll let you know, just not with words.
Even though he can't say it, he can still communicate in a certain way.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now, when you got here, you recently got a new vehicle. You actually have to transport Paris by carrying him around now, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So this van will really help in that regard.
Yes, because he's getting older, he's getting bigger, and I have a hip problem, which I just had a hip surgery.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So,
He just got a new wheelchair this school year that is bigger because he's grown.
Mm-hmm.
And his other one, they could fold it up and put it in the trunk. And this one's too big for the trunk of the car. So now they have to leave the wheelchair at home and then pack him everywhere they go, which is hard because he's just going to get bigger.
Right. And he will continue to grow, obviously, right? So tell us about, we're doing various different fundraisers that are going on. Tell us about some of these fundraisers.
We have, we're taking up a Tupperware order for a fundraiser. We have Support Paris t-shirts that are $15 a piece. And there's also a website, online click fundraising. I'm not exactly sure of the website, but I have some numbers for us if they want to call us and get the information.
Super.
You want those numbers?
Well, we'll get them in a minute.
All right.
Now, you're here because you were actually Paris's instructor when he was in elementary school, correct?
Right. I was his teacher in elementary school, and now he's in middle school. And since then, I have moved to the high school, so I'll be his teacher again in a year or so.
Okay.
So.
But you're also his advocate with the state. Can you tell us a little about what that means?
That's right. I'm Paris's advocate. I'm in charge of all the monies that come in for fundraising. So the accounts, I manage all that, and I'm his voice since he can't. And his parents are his voice as well, but it's nice to have an outside person to be his voice. So I help make sure that Paris gets everything he needs and wants to make his life better.
Right. Now tell us, even though he can't speak, he still is in the traditional classroom, is that correct?
That's right. He does go to class a couple hours a day. He enjoys his peers, loves being with other people. He's very, very social. He would rather be with people than in a room by himself, for sure.
Absolutely.
He's vocal.
Absolutely. He's talking with us, letting us know what he thinks about this whole process, right?
Right.
And we're working hard to get some money raised, right? So how is the fundraising going?
It's a slow process. We've had a bunco so far, and we've had some raffle tickets for a Walmart gift card, and the support from the community is great. It's just a slow process because a van is very expensive. They're not cheap. And like we had talked about earlier, there is a grant that will help modify the van for his wheelchair, but they won't help pay for the purchase of a van. So the van has to be purchased with their own monies, and then the grant will modify it. So that's what we're trying to do.
Okay. So as Elena said, the monies are going to purchase a van that then can be modified with the grant that comes from the state, right?
Right. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, how long have you been working on these different fundraising activities?
It's been a while now.
A year, probably.
A year and a half, maybe two. Yeah, about 2 years.
And again, you have phone numbers that people can call if they have some more information or want to make a contribution, right?
I do. Robert's cell phone is 859-481-5749. His mother, Erica Bias, her number is 859-481-8669. And then, of course, there's my cell phone number is 859-481-1830.
And again, you can call any of those numbers, find out some more information about trying to raise some money for Paris Stone. He's a 13-year-old here in Washington County, and they're trying to raise enough money to purchase a van so they can make it more accessible for him to be traveling around the community, because right now they have a car where his chair won't fit into it. So they have to carry him around instead of actually being able to utilize the chair that they have.
Like I said, he's very social, so he loves to go and be out with people, and when you have to pack him everywhere, it really limits where you can take him, and he likes to be out.
Right, and that's good for him as well as for the other students, for him to be able to be with him. Right?
Absolutely. Oh, he has a lot of good friends at the middle school. There's one boy particularly in his class. Paris will crawl up into his lap. Loves him, And so there are people that he really likes and people he loves to be with. And at school it's easy because they have a bus that comes and gets him and takes him to school. But any other thing in the community, unless they walk to push his wheelchair, then they have to pack him. Right. And so that really limits his access.
Absolutely. And as I said, we're at Washington County Public Library because you actually have some of your meetings here is where you meet with him, correct?
That's right. That's right.
Great. Again, I've been talking with Elena Hamilton, who is the advocate for Paris and Paris's father, Robert. And one more time, we'll just take one of those phone numbers that you can have for us. And if you have some more questions, be sure to call this number.
Sure. Robert is 859-481-5749. Erica, his mother, is 859-481-8669. And then my number is 859-481-1830.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, this has been Gary White in Springfield.